under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Corbin Burns is on the mound for Game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
That brings in Tommy Edman. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. From the stretch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, coming off last night's W, we had a chance to catch up with the manager. He just liked the way guys are playing. They're showing up to the yard ready to go. They're playing as a collective group. A lot of good things happening in this clubhouse.
Set. Here comes the 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. His prior history versus this arm, he's 1 for 5. Hit on the ground to short. Garcia fields it cleanly. And there's one gone to begin the evening. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Ro?
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 3 homers and 15 RBIs. This catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He'll enter play at .313, 7 homers and 15 RBIs. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Yelich is under it. And that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals nothing and the Brewers coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Miles Michaelis, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, listen, you don't have to know much about statistics to know that this is a bad one. How about this guy on the year as a starting pitcher? Left-handers are hitting over 300 against this guy. He's going to have to change something or he won't be pitching very long in this league.
Here now is the center fielder Lorenzo Cain to get us started in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch as he'll take a look at ball 1. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
And now pitch on the way. And he popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
So here is Avisaíl Garcia, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He'll come in with an average down at 230, 2 home runs, and 14 driven in. Grounded weakly toward third. He's got it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third.
Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, we'll see if Lorenzo Cain can get it going. I thought they might get a lot more production out of him this year, but I look at the numbers with runners in scoring position, and his batting average is less than 250 in those spots. If you're a guy expected to drive in runs, you're going to have to hit a lot better than that.
And here's Christian Yelich now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 4 home runs and 19 driven in. The 1-0.
Inside, ball 2.
And this is poured in at the letters. 2-1 now.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
A 3-1 count to the Brewers left fielder.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1-2-3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Full count, 3-2. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Yelich is off at first with 2 away. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Runners off for second. That's a strike to throw down. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. And he'll be one to watch out for in this one. Very good numbers in recent games. First offering on its way. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Well, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
Got him reaching there. Strike 2. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
The 1-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
Changeup called strike 3 as he rolls his eyes at the call. 1 away.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Swung on and missed. 1-1. DeJong, a 27-year-old. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2015 MLB Draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Yadi Molina digging in now. Shaw gloves it. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Oh, and 1 the count to Molina. On the ground to the left side. Shaw fields it cleanly, and that's the 2nd out.
That is 7. The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. First pitch coming, here it is. The 0-1 offering.
Inside, ball 1. Count is 2-1.
Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2.
Count 2-2.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3 and 2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Smoke toward third. And he goes to a knee to try to knock it down, but it's by him down the line. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. On now to the bottom of the 2nd. St. Louis is out in front, 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the 2nd baseman, Keston Hiura. And now the first pitch.
Ball, that pitch is out.
The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 home will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out Another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
The 3-1 pitch. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
The first baseman.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Dan Vogelbach is next. As he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 9 homers and 25 driven in. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
2-1 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Ball, that's it.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
Here's the 3-1.
Hey, you got full count.
And it's fouled away. The next 3-2 gets him swinging. He struck him out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
So digging in next will be Travis Shaw. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 268 the average for him coming in. 7 homers and an even 20 RBIs. Lifted down the line in left. Coming in is O'Neill. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Manny Pena.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Manny Pena trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. He's set and the pitch. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch, get ahead, get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
And that's in there, base hit.
Dan, he took that right back in his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Comes set, the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Long throw to the plate, and he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
You know, D-Row, there are certain hitters that just love to come up and clutch 2-out RBI situations, and this guy certainly is one of those guys.
Yeah, they're able to slow the moment down. It's not for everybody. This guy has ice water in his veins, consistently coming through in big spots. Nice job right there to tie this one up.
To the plate now, Corbin Burns, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
Hey, here's a case right here, D-Row, where as a pitcher, you could really help himself. With a 2-out RBI here, this would be a huge run if he could drive this run in.
Dan, this is already a win-win in my book for the 8-hole hitter to grab an RBI knock.
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the third out. Brewers forced to settle for one.
Now they telling their friends, I don't know who my friends, they like to pretend. Now I'm switching up my energy. My enemies feel like I got hundreds of them.
Top of the third set to get underway, and next it'll be the outfielder, Dylan Carlson. First pitch on its way, and there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Count is 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The pitcher, number 39.
So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Miles Michaelis. First pitch coming, here it is. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. One out, nobody on. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will track it down. The 2-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Coming in under this cane. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The batter number 19, second baseman, Tommy Edman.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Tommy Edman. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. Yelich will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1. And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The center fielder, Lorenzo.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Two and 0 to the Brewers center fielder.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Now the 2-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that's going to land foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Another 2-2 offering. Slow little roller to third. And that's the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Avisayu. Garcia.
So here's Avisail Garcia. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Goldschmidt is over to take a look at it.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia. Hit down the third base line. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now back, the left fielder, Christian Yelich.
In is Christian Yelich as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 4 home runs and 19 driven in. Two 2-0 now.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Keston Hiura waits on deck. Set to deliver on 3-0. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Into center field. Line drive base hit.
And from the list of stats you never want to hear if you're a pitcher, we have this. It's only the 3rd inning, and he's already allowed more hits than he did in his entire last outing.
And that'll bring up Keston Hiura as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He'll come into this one with an average way down at 235. 5 homers and 17 RBIs. The 1-0 home.
All 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
2-0 count. The pitch is in there for strike 1. Garcia over at second. Yelich is over at first with 1 away. And he fouls this one off. Here now the 2-2. A tag for 1, and he is in there. Digging in now for the Brewers, Daniel Vogelback, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
The 2-1 pitch.
That's ball 3.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Popped up. DeYoung waits on it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. The love of the game runs deep with these folks. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. All set for the start of the fourth. And digging in is the outfielder, Harrison Bader. First pitch of the AB on its way.
That's the ball. Ball one, no strike.
The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Fouled away. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Here's Nolan Arenado as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Chopped out to short. Throw gets him, 2 down. And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, and they froze him on a good changeup. Tough one. If you got good arm action, and this pitcher certainly does have good arm action out there, tough to decipher between the fastball and changeup. He's got to be willing to stay back and take the ball the other way.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Hey, after that hit right there, DeRosa, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Garcia giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Cards leave 1 on to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Back here in Milwaukee as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And that brings up the left-handed hitter, Travis Shaw.
Travis Shaw.
First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Up high, 2-1 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-1. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo home run there for Travis Shaw. 8th home run on the season for him, and the Brewers take a 2-1 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
So now to the plate, Manny Pena. Hit in the air down the right field line. And that'll get down for a base hit. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Standing in now, Orlando Arcia, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. He singled in his first AB. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Now a swing and a chance for Goldschmidt over at first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Next for Milwaukee, Corbin Burns. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. A 1 pitch on its way.
Ball, catch inside. Ball, that's out.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Now the 2-1 pitch is a fastball that misses. Lorenzo Cain will be next. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Lorenzo Cain. first pitch on the way. Fouled off.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
0-1 count and the pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. From the belt, kicks and deals.
1 ball, 2 strikes, you count. Nope, that's the ball.
All right, no more hope, and he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
At the plate now, Avisail Garcia, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Comes set, the 0-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
One and one, the pitch. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. A 1-2 pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. But the Brewers tack on, courtesy of this solo home run. We're through 4, 2-1 Milwaukee. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the inning, and here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina.
Catcher, number 4, Yadier
Molina. First pitch on its way, as he'll reach for one and come up empty for the first strike. Behind 0-2 now. Vogelback is over to take a look. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. On the move is Garcia. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first down. In now, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He was cut down at second, attempting to stretch a base hit his first time through. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
A pause, and the 0-2 popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the fifth.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Into the box now, Dylan Carlson, and it's fouled away. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, and with it, the Cardinals have come back to even things at 2.
You don't see this very often off of this starting pitcher. This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
Into the box, Miles Michaelis. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the 1-0. Skied down the left field line. After it is Yelich. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. But the Cards are able to tie things up on this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Christian Yelich. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. This is hit the other way out toward left field. O'Neill waits on it. 1 away.
Now back, second baseman, Keston.
So 1 gone in the Milwaukee 5th, and in at the plate steps Keston Hiura. Now the first pitch.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Lined into center field. That's a base hit. At the plate, Daniel Vogelbach. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. The 1-0.
Ball, that's kicked out.
Fastball well outside. Travis Shaw waits on deck. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
The bat, the third baseman, Travis.
There's the St. Louis manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart in the 5th with the go-ahead run on base. Didn't work the required 5 for the win, but he could still be hung for the loss should that run come around to score. So a new pitcher set to go here as the right-hander Adam Wainwright gets the call. Travis Shaw will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
The set and the 1-0 pitch.
Nope.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Hiura on second. Vogelbach at first, one gone. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts, you can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
The 3-1. High and deep to right. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. Next up, Manny Pena, and they're runners at the corners now. First pitch of the AB now.
Nope.
Low for ball 1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. This is low, but Molina's able to prevent it from getting away. Fooled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Dirt that time, but a good block there by Molina to keep it close. Payoff pitch on its way. Grounded back up the middle. DeYoung's got it. On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple through 5, all even at 2-2. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Tommy Edman. He'll lead off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning. He's set. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. Now the 2-1. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Oh, this is a great way to start the inning. Now the go-ahead run is on second. A base hit away from coming across. I know it's only the 6th inning, but you'd love to claim the lead right now and let your bullpen carry the load the rest of the way.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. This year against right-handed pitching, Bader is a batting line residing in the 230s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
A runner at second, nobody out. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
And he fouls this one off. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Grounded down the third baseline. And there's one away.
The batter, the third baseman, Arenado.
Now it'll be Nolan Arenado, who bounced out last time up. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Oh, that's low.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Swing and a line drive. That's in there. Base hit. Edman blows through the stop sign, headed for home. The tag, and he's in there. As it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now in this team. They're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Now the Brewers manager's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Freddie Peralta enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 delivery. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, It's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Standing in now, Paul DeYoung, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. His prior history in this matchup, he's a .300 hitter, 3 for 10. He also has 1 home run. Arenado, the runner at first with 2 gone. Blowing away as he misses again, 2-0.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
2 balls and a strike.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
The 2-1 home is taken, ball 3. The 3-1 just got a piece to the right side.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. Bottom of the 6th inning now. And up next will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
The shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
First offering on its way, as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
The 1-0 home. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Fouled away. Set to deliver on 2-1. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you gotta find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame.
Boy, just when you like to get one of those shutdown innings, the leadoff guy ends up reaching base right now, and you're looking for that 1-2 inning. Now you have to pitch out of the stretch.
Yeah, I can't tell you how that lights up an offensive dugout right there, getting that leadoff guy out. So many options, puts the pitcher on the defensive and in the stretch.
Colton Wong come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. From the stretch, as the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this one at 271. 2 home runs and a dozen RBIs. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Two balls and a strike. Fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now. Lorenzo Cain is on deck. Set. Here's the 3-1. And he lays off. Ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in Lorenzo Cain, trying here to plate the tying run from second. First delivery to him. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Boy, the Brewers haven't done much up to this point. They need to get something going, and they need to get it going right now.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage 2-0.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Avisail Garcia will be next. Now the 3-0 offering. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Next, it'll be Avisail Garcia, the potential tying run for him at third base. First pitch coming from Wainwright. Grounded up the first baseline. But this gets foul. It's 0-1.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Now a curveball blocked by Molina. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Turned on down the line. Another 1-2 delivery. A line shot to third base.
Now back, the left fielder, Christian Yelich.
So stepping in is Christian Yelich, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. That one's in there on the black. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
From the belt, the pitch. Fouled off. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Stepping in now, Keston Hiura, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Comes set, the 0-1.
That's the ball.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Arcia on third, Wong at second, Kane on at first with 2 down. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. 1 run scores. The run scores from second. It's a 4-3 game.
Hey, that's not a bad first milestone. 100th career RBI, Hero.
Yeah, after your first original knockdown, probably for you, your first strikeout, your first bomb, you want to start putting some zeros on the back end of these numbers. 100th ribby, nice milestone right there.
In now, Daniel Vogelback. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. No hits to this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And it's fouled away. Here's the 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
And he fouls this one off. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
2-2, the pitch. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
One thing's clear, he's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
Ready with the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And that brings up the left-handed hitter, Travis Shaw. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
Bases are loaded here. 2 down. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Hit sharply on the ground. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We're through 6 full. It's the Brewers 4 and the Cardinals 3. Justin Topa is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 56, Justin Topa.
seventh inning ready to roll. And now it'll be the catcher, Yadier Molina.
No, you're only down one right here, but the exploding stuff that's coming out of the back end of a lot of teams' bullpens. I mean, just north of 95 plus. Stuff diving all over the plate. It's gotten a lot tougher to scratch across runs against these teams' bullpens.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Line to the right side. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Next up is Tyler O'Neill. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And a sinker misses here. Nope, a called strike. I take that back.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
0-1, here it comes.
Nope, that's inside.
We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. To 2-2 now.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heater.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Oh, look at the sliding stop. That's off to that one. Next, it'll be Dylan Carlson. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First offering. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Yeah, and with 2 outs, the pitcher was mentally in the dugout already. Now he's got to regroup and find a way to get out of this. Hard not to feel for the guy.
Matt Carpenter is out of the dugout now as it looks like he'll come on and hit for the pitcher, Wainwright.
Matt Carpenter.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. As he'll come up empty that time on a sinker, it's strike 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Matt Carpenter. From the belt, the pitch. 2-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cardinals. They still trail it here, 4-3. Alex Reyes will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 29, Alex Miniak.
So here is Manny Pena. These two have not faced each other at the major league level.
The catcher, Manny Pena.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Ball 2 now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
A high fastball is in there.
Hey guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get to head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he can't get out of the way there. So the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning. Now to bat, Orlando Arcia. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. He's set and the pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
The 1-0 delivery. A ball and a strike. Pena aboard here at first with nobody out. 2-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Now batting, the pitcher, Justin.
Tyrone Taylor will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with one away. First offering. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
One out and a runner on second base. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In now is Lorenzo Cain, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 1-0. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. Two balls and a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Popped up. Goldschmidt in foul ground. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run, but he won't get there. It falls in. And a very important insurance run comes around to score from second.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
So now to the plate, Avisail Garcia. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Now the 2-1 pitch. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Fouled away. Once again a 3-2. And another foul ball. Another full count pitch home. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. A run, a hit, and a man left. Eric Yardley has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 57, Eric Yardley.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He doubled his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Good pitch on the black. That was the sinker for a strike. And it's 1-2.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
The 1-2 pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. You got 3-2.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle as long as you can.
Now the 3-2 pitch.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
A payoff pitch one more time. Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got to hurry. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Now to the plate, Harrison Bader. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Now back, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Into the box now, Nolan Arenado, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
These are the moments that don't always show up on the highlight film right here. Big spot. They have a chance right here. This guy mixes in a knock. They have a chance to get right back in this game. If not, if he grounds into a double play, it's pretty much over.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around him?
Bader leads off first with 1 away. And the count will be full. Yanked hard down the left field line. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Well, when you leave a pitch that high in the zone like that, you have to expect bad things to happen. So instead of a double play ball, he gives up a shot to the outfield, and that brings the runner all the way around from first to score.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. But facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Goldschmidt hits a little over the 270 mark. Swing and a liner. Kane will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. Striding in is Paul DeYoung. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Nope, that's inside.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he misses low with it, 2-0. The set and the 2-0. Just a tick behind for a strike. Curveball misses here, so a good hitter's count now to 3-1. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
The batter, the catcher, Yadier.
Devin Williams trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Number 38,
pitcher Yadier Molina. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. A ball and a strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
The 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. 2-2 to the Cardinals catcher.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
The 2-2. He struck him out, and the tying run will be left stranded at second base. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. New pitcher to tell you about. It's a guy drafted number 6 overall out of North Carolina in 2006. The 6'6" lefty Andrew Miller. So now here is Christian Yelich. Lifetime against Andrew Miller. He's got a 3-for-7 line. He's taken him deep once. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball.
Man, he wants that swing back. He'll be thinking about that all night. He crushed that ball. He just needs to stay back a little longer.
Hot shot down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
At the plate now, Keston Hiura, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. The 0-1 delivery. Ground ball left side. Arenado's got it. 1 away.
The batter, number 20.
Now into the box, Daniel Vogelbach. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Spin and a throw back to second, and they got him. Here's the first pitch, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
That misses. 2-0. 3-0 now. Three and one.
I'm absolutely shocked he took that pitch right there. Right in the wheelhouse, low 90s heater. That's one you gotta let go on.
And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
The batter, the third baseman, Travis.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. Lifetime against Andrew Miller. He's got a 3-for-5 line. First pitch on the way. Vogelbach leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. Milwaukee leads it 5-4. Josh Hader comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 71. Josh.
Now to the plate, here is Tyler O'Neill. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Set. Here it comes. Set to deliver the 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Bouncer up the middle. Garcia gloves it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The right fielder, Dylan Carlson.
Into the box, Dylan Carlson. First pitch on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. And the pitch. And he lays off for ball 1. Fouled off.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. The 2-2 swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Lane Thomas will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. From the stretch, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Lifetime in this matchup. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1.
1-1. I got 2-1 to count.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Cardinals down to their final strike here. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Now a crowd announced at a bit over 23,000 comes to their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Some more good work out of the bullpen as he notches his 10th save of the season right there. Nice job.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. Milwaukee rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Freddie Peralta wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Josh Hader hammers down the save, his 10th. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Brewers, 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. They left 14 men on base. For St. Louis, 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.